Gemini 2.5 Flash Preview, how to build anything and automate anything. So today I'm going to show you all of the best ways to use Gemini 2.5 Flash Preview, which is a new update from Google, just got announced a few hours ago, to build and automate almost anything that you can imagine, right? So we're going to get straight into this. The first way that you can actually start using Gemini is if you go to gemini.google.com. Then you're going to select 2.5 Flash, and that will use the latest model to build whatever you want, right? So for example, here, if we go inside Gemini now, and we're going to select Canvas, and this will allow us to not just build with Flash, but also to build apps with a live preview. So let's go inside here. We'll use 2.5 Flash. We'll select Canvas, and then we're going to say something like, okay, create a drawing app for me. That's going to code it out. And once it's ready, it will also give you a live preview. So you can actually check this out as a live preview and code out really fast. So you can see here, we've got the simple drawing app, and let's test it and make sure it works. We can have a go, and you can see that the drawing app works perfectly. You can change the color over here, and we're good to go on that. Not only this, but with Gemini 2.5 Flash, it is really fast to build out. And additionally, you can actually host it on a subdomain. So if we click on share in the top right, then it's going to create a link for us. If we click on that link, we've now got the shareable app ready to deploy, and it's ready to go, as you can see. So let's just test this out. And there we go. Drawing app built in literally one click, one prompt, worked perfectly. Flash has got a lot better since its update today. It seems to be faster, seems to be easy to use. And if you just want to code out stuff, I would recommend just going directly to gemini.google.com, simply because you can get the live preview, and it's quite easy to deploy stuff as a one-click domain. Now, if you want to, for example, get the code for this, you can go to try without Canvas, and then it will give you the code directly inside the chat as well. Next up, one of the other ways that you can start using this is inside AI Studio. And again, this is a free way to get access to it. So you can go to Gemini 2.5 Flash Preview in the top right, under the settings, so go to 2.5, then Flash Preview, and then inside here you can start coding. Now inside here as well, you can also do like native image generation, check out other apps. You can easily get the access to the API as well from Gemini, and then we can start coding. So for example, if we take a prompt that I've just built with, we'll go to the history. We created this endless runner game using 2.5 Flash Preview. And initially all we said was make me a captivating endless runner game, key instructions on the screen, P5JS, no HTML. I like pixelated dinosaurs and interesting backgrounds. Coded that out perfectly, pretty quickly as well. And we were using the new thinking mode from Gemini 2.5 Flash as well. And then if we go over to P5JS, editor.p5js.org, if you want to check this out, paste this in, hit play, test this out, and there we go. Game is working perfectly, right? And again, you can just build this out for free in one prompt, one shot, works really well, gives you a little score, has some decent UI. You can improve the UI, but if you go back and forth with it, you're going to get better results. You can see exactly how to do it. So just to recap here, you can build and deploy apps using Gemini 2.5 Flash directly inside gemini.google.com. If you want to create code and then preview it, so for example, this P5JS game, then you would create the code directly inside AI Studio and then go over to p5js.editor.org and plug that code in and start playing it, okay? So those are two different ways that we can use this. Additionally, what we can also do is we can go over to something like Klein. And by the way, if you're wondering, okay, how do you set this stuff up, or where are all the links, etc., how do you get access to all this stuff? You can just get access to the full SOP on building and automating with Gemini directly inside the AI Success Lab. Link in the comments description. Basically shows you how to build anything and automate anything with Gemini 2.5. And everything that I'm showing you today has been broken down into step-by-step tutorials and guides, so you can steal this stuff from me, right? So let's go back into Visual Studio Code over here, and then we're going to run a new task. And inside our extension client, we're going to go to Settings, Open Router, and we're going to select Gemini 2.5 Flash Preview from the options. Now, Klein have actually officially confirmed that Flash, the new model, is directly inside here. And you can switch between different APIs as well directly inside the chat here. You can also use Google Gemini 2.5 Flash Preview thinking mode here as well. And then we can hit save on that. And from here, we can build whatever we want. So for example, we say just something quick and basic to show you exactly what you can build. Let's say something like, okay, build out a, and we'll take some examples from the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments description if you want to join this community of coaching etc. on AI. But we can say here, okay, create beautifully designed snow day calculator, SEO optimized for the keyword of actual content on the page and a relevant tool, right? We'll go inside there. And then we'll also say, right, make this pink gradient with fun emojis, plus make it look sleek, modern, and beautiful, plus add FAQs, like so. Then we can hit enter. Make sure that you've got the right API selected, hit enter, and that's going to start coding out. What you can also do is inside root code, if you paste the same sort of prompt, you can go inside here and you can click the AI button, and that will actually improve the prompt for you if you want to get better prompts or just make your prompts more detailed. But you can see how it's basically instantly building this out, creating the code for us, and we really didn't have to create much work there at all. Jose Pinto says, good one, and that's building this out. Now we're going to hit run command, we'll open that up. We've got the SEO snow day calculator built out. Now, being 100% honest, the UI of this does not look very nice. So what I would normally do is either I'm going to be very patient and go back and forth with Gemini Flash for ages, or I can switch now to Anthropic, and then inside Anthropic, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and then inside here we can say, okay, make the UI more beautiful, sleek, modern, interesting. All right. And then Claude 3.7 Sonnet is just a lot better for improving the prompts and improving the UI on the actual code that you build. All right, so that's what I'd recommend. Now, we're going to close that because I've shown you how to build with Client. You've seen how to build with Gemini. You know how to build with AI Studio. What's next? What we can also do is we can go over to NA10 and you can build out workflows with NA10 using Flash as well. Okay, so if we go inside na10.io, this is a really powerful tool for building out automations. So for example, like I've built out voice automation, Slack bots, all sorts of agents inside NA10. And if we go inside create workflow here, we'll just create a little basic example. In fact, what I can do is, create workflow. Then we can put this as a chat trigger just to show you a really basic example of what we can build. And then we're going to add an AI agent. Inside the AI agent module, what you want to do is just add chat model. And you could either use like Google Gemini chat model and create a new credential there, or we can delete that. So let's close that. And then inside here, we could select Open Router. Open Router, we can add a credential inside here. So let me show you how to get that. You're just going to go over to Open Router, select keys, create API key, type it in, copy that, go over to NA10 again, paste in the API key, hit save, X off that, select the model, and then you can use Gemini 2.5 Flash Preview 20. And also thinking mode. If you build out an agent and it doesn't require much thinking, you just want instant responses, then you should just use Flash Preview and you're good to go on that. So if we want to test this out, I'm just going to put some system instructions inside the AI agent. So let's say you're a helpful assistant, and we'll say, okay, here's 100 times 40. It's running the AI agent, as you can see, because it's Flash, it's really good for building out AI agents. And then if we open this up, it said, here's how to calculate 100 times 40. Here's what you do. And then it's giving us the answer right there. All right. So that's how you can build AI agents as well. If you want to just steal that example from me, I'll actually download the JSON. And then inside the AI Success Lab, link in the comments, is completely free. You can download that JSON from me and you can grab the example agent. And all your agents that you use, you can just switch to Flash if you want to as well, just by changing the chat model that branches off, as you can see. So just to recap here, we've talked about Gemini and building apps directly in there. We've talked about AI Studio and how to code with that. We've talked about Visual Studio Code and how to code with that. And we've also talked about how to build AI agents using NA10 as well. So you can see the power of this and how easy it is to build out almost anything that you want using Gemini in this process. Let's keep going now. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to start using something called Bolt DIY. Bolt DIY is like an offline version of Bolt where you can code with it directly, and you can also use Gemini Flash inside here. So if you want to set this up quickly, pretty simple, SOP inside the AI Success Lab, which is completely free for you to get access. And if we go inside the instructions, We'll do a direct installation, paste that in. Then we'll PM install that. And literally all you're doing is just copying and pasting, right? It's pretty simple. And then we're just going to do that. Now, if we need to pull in the latest model from Bolt, we can just grab this. We can plug that into Claude and say how to set up. And if you have any issues like you see over here, we can just go back in here and say, okay, help with this. And then we'll copy this. And what that's going to do is start running Bolt DIY locally so we can build with it. If we copy that local address, then we'll open that up in a new tab. Now you can see we can start coding with Bolt. And if you select Open Router, and then you can choose Gemini 2.5 Pro Preview here and just get access to 2.5 Pro Preview to start building stuff out, right? Now, you just need an API key. So you can get that from Open Router. Let's go to keys in the top right, create API key. It's good practice to just give it a name you can actually remember. And then we'll copy that code, go back into Bolt, plug that in, and say, okay, build a SEO calculator, right? Something like that. I'm just showing you basic examples for the video before anyone comments and saying this isn't that impressive, etc. And now that should start coding out. Now, the only issue you're going to have with this is sometimes this runs a little bit slowly depending on how fast your laptop is. But you can see it coding on the right-hand side using Gemini 2.5 Pro Preview. But again, you would just switch to Flash Preview if you want. So we can switch to Flash Preview, which is the latest model. And then we can say, okay, make the UI beautiful. And if we select that text and then click on the AI section under here, it will actually improve the prompt so that we get better outputs. So let's wait for that to run. As you can see, then we're going to enter. And you can just improve it as you want, step by step. It does take a little bit of back and forth, but honestly, the outputs worked first time round, so that's good as well. And then if you ever want to shut this down, we can just quit the terminal, terminate that. We'll delete the API key, and we're good to go on that, right? So that's basically how you can build anything with Gemini 2.5 Flash, the new versions. So we've talked about Client and Visual Studio Code, we talked about NA10, AI Studio, Gemini, etc. All the SPs inside the AI Success Lab if you want to get free access to this, plus an awesome community of 6,700 members that you can ask any questions to. On top of that, if you want to get help, support, tips, etc., implementing this stuff, feel free to get the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments description. This basically focuses on just more practical use cases and supports you with trying to implement this stuff. It can get complicated, you're not sure how to use it. Maybe you need help and support actually implementing it and you get some bugs, etc. This is one of the best places to go to help you support you on your journey towards using AI, saving time, making money with AI, right? And you can also post inside the community. You can DM us. You can jump on the weekly live calls, as you can see inside the calendar. And also inside the classroom, we have tons of training on all different sorts of agents and our crash course, which is absolutely amazing for learning how we've actually implemented AI in our business to make money. So feel free to get that link in the comments description. Price is going up next month, so make sure you lock in your lifetime deal now. And I will see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.